What's up, guys? Combat Saturday. Today's video, what we're looking at is the hips. Okay, how you're going to use your hips and how they are the foundation for proper movement, proper footwork, proper power development, everything. Okay, it's very important. All right. Now, a lot of people, when they move and when they attack and stuff, if they just use their feet, they're okay. But the minute they start using their hands, suddenly things kind of go out of whack and they start rising up too high and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we have to make sure to always keep the energy, keep the intent in the legs. All right, that doesn't mean you ignore the hands, of course, but the legs are what initiate the movements. Okay, so what you see a lot is that people will step in and they tend to do this, rise up. We'll come in, we'll rise up like that. See, that's kind of thing. Okay, another thing they'll do is they'll start the punches very short. They'll go like very short. They're okay in the air, but you give them pads or put them on a bag and they'll be very, very short punches and or lean in to like this because they're focusing on the hands and not on the legs. Okay, if you focus on the hands, you're gonna lean forward every time. All right, it's just not gonna work well for you. Okay, it starts with the legs, specifically the hips. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, a lot of it actually comes from understanding the Yi Ji Kim Young Na stance. Now, I've spoken about this before in the Wing Chun system. It's taught in Wing Chun. It's not taught in other martial arts, but it is in Wing Chun, maybe some other Chinese southern arts. But basically what it is, for those who don't know, is it's called Character 2 Adduction Stance. Also Goat Restraining Stance. I'm just going to change the angle a little bit here. You got to see my feet here. Okay, my feet. Okay, there we go. See my feet now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I go out, out, out. Okay, so this rooted stance here, you see my legs are bent. So what I do there, I bent my legs. I go out, out, out. Okay. Now, obviously, this looks kind of weird. Okay, but this is to train your rear legs and to train your hips and to get that kind of drive going. Okay, so you understand if I put my foot out, I'm in a southpaw stance. If I put my turn out this way, I'm in an orthodox stance. Okay. Okay. For combative, like street situations, you don't want to be thinking about southpaw orthodox. You just want to kind of move in whatever way makes sense. Okay. But most people will prefer one side over the other, so that's why we have to think in those terms. But you want to try to be ambidextrous in real fight because you don't know where someone's going to come in from. You don't know. Okay. All right, so here, 1, 2, 3. And so doing that will help train the rear legs, the rooting and things, okay? And you always understand that. So you wanna train for a feeling. This is a feeling you have, okay? Okay, I know what this feels like. I don't wanna lose it. So when I move, I'm gonna move with that feeling. See, so I have this, my leg, I'm moving, there we go. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. I'm still low. If anything, you want to make yourself a little bit shorter when you come in. If you watch Mike Tyson, one of his things which he would do is he would always jab and come in low, right, and then do another like hooks or shovel hooks or whatever, right, or he might come and do something else. But he would almost always slip to one side. If he came in real low, or when he came with like a 1-2, he would come down low and bang. It gives you power. It gives you proper rooting, better balance, and it's good for defense too because you're moving your head around. Okay? So that's the thing, right? Use the hips to drive the leg forward. Now when I'm going backwards, okay, yeah, my hip is here, but it's still the power of the legs which is driving forward. If I'm going sideways now, it's this hip, this foot is pushing me that way. And if I'm going this way, then this foot is pushing that way. So I'm pushing. See? Your rear foot or lead foot, depending which way you're moving, your opposite foot to your stepping foot pushes you. Okay? So push, 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 push. See? Pushing, 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 okay? That's the thing, and that's how you stay balanced, okay? Always use the hip. Now that's the movement, all right? Now, when it comes to the actual punching, again, the hips are important. Okay, the hips are involved. Okay, no. So what we like to do now, I mentioned before that a lot of people do these really short punches like that. Okay, and the thing is that they're not turning their body. They're not turning their body. Okay, and the best way to solve this problem is to take away your hands, so you only have your body. Right? Then you don't have a choice but to do it. You know, it's similar how in some kickboxing schools will train you to throw knees before you throw kicks, because in order for you to have a good kick, you have to understand how to use the hips and knees and things. Okay, so that will allow you to actually be able to get that drive. So when you do the kick, you're gonna have that drive, right? So I come in here, I bring my leg up, right? Oh, I will know to try to use the hips and drive forward. See, if I know to drive, you know, to drive a foot, because if I just do a kick, I could just do that, right? But if I know that I have to drive forward, right? I have to use a hip, right? Use a hip, right? Then boom, right? Then it's gonna be a lot more powerful, right? I know to use a hip. Okay? So same thing with the hands, okay? You want to use the turning of the body, okay, in order to get that full extension and full power and proper movement and things. So let's say I'm gonna do a 1, 2, 3. So a straight, a rear, and a hook. Okay, a straight, rear, hook. Okay, very simple. What? Okay, I would just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you 1, 2, 3. It's like you're trying to hit your opponent with your shoulder, right? 1, 2, 3. Because that's all I have. I have no hands, right? Well, I only have a body, right? 1, 2, 3. And again, the hips, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That first punch came in, right? The hip, stepping in, hip, hip, hip. Okay, hip and rotation of the body. Okay, then when you use the hands and you've already done that, you're gonna have that full movement, right? Boom, boom. You're not gonna have these short movements. It's gonna just fly out there, okay? Because you'll know what that feels like. Boom, right? Boom, right? Okay. Now this another thing too. You know they call it the D'Amato shift, or I call it the Tyson hop step, but Mike Tyson was very, very good at this movement when he would shift his body, use the hips, and shift to a different position, okay? Again, you're using the hips. Again, people think it's the feet. People think it's the shoulders. It's the hips. It is absolutely the hips, okay? So one thing he might do, he might come with a jab from here, and then use maybe a straight right or an uppercut, right? So like jab, right? That kind of thing. So watch again. Yeah. Right. Okay. So that is the hips again. Again, take with the hands. What have I got left? Boom. Boom. Right. See that? Okay. I could also go on the other side. Maybe I'll do 1, 2, right? 1, 2, right? So again, right? So go 1, 2, right? 1, 2. This was empty. Should bring it over here, right? Empty, right? So that's the way you. 1 second here. Yeah. So that's kind of how it's the importance of being rooted properly and using your hips to drive all your movements. Okay? So anyways, that's the video. If you have any questions, let me know, and see you guys soon.